Big bro helping lil bro with his walking encyclopedia skill, Yunjin says with gratitude. Hearing this, Yuhyun activates Titan Shield before Yunjin, but some poison still splashes on Yuhyun's clothes. Yunjin can only yell his worry as his brother slashes another head of Lauchitas. This melts Yuhyun's blade, and Yunjin observes his brother's constrained movement. Yunjin realizes that it is because Yuhyun is protecting him. He ignores his big bro, then saves him. Now, Union schools Yunjin as he fights. He told his brother he should have learned his lesson when his legs broke. Yunjin can't help but talk back to Yuhyun, but Yuhyun just yells at him to hide. "You're confusing everyone," Yuhyun scolds. It made Yunjin think he was indeed a useless brother. Yunjin hoped that Yuhyun was there to save him because they were brothers, but hearing those words from Yuhyun only made him feel worse about himself. Yunjin equips his sword as he talks about how having an older brother like him must have been really tiring. Yuhyun sees this and tells Yunjin to get back to safety. Yunjin doesn't listen and stabs Lauchitas in the foot, getting a monster head's attention. Stubborn fool, Yunjin tells Yuhyun that he should just let him die there since he is only slowing Yuhyun down. With him dead in the dungeon, there's no need for a funeral, and Yuhyun's guild will be thrilled with his death. Lauchitas roars as it attacks Yunjin. Yunjin squeezes his eyes shut so if he doesn't see Yuhyun attack the dragon with his black flames. Is this how he redeems himself, wondering why he's still alive? Yunjin opens his eyes and sees his brother embracing him with wounds on his back, and Yunjin wonders when things got bad between the two of them. Yunjin and Yuhyun were very close. They got orphaned at a young age, and Yunjin has cared for his brother ever since. Yunjin asks Yuhyun if he's okay, but no, he obviously isn't. Yunjin is all confused as to why Yuhyun would still protect him. Yuhyun would even cost blood as he tells Yunjin that the Lauchitas falls asleep every 5 hours, and will fall back asleep in an hour. At that time, Yunjin should take advantage of this time to escape. Yunjin started thinking that what was happening was wrong. He remembered how Yuhyun ignored him when his legs got broken. Yuhyun pushed him out of his life even when asked for help and even told him to learn his place. But what is Yuhyun doing here? These thoughts ran through his head as Yuhyun gave him a gate stone to escape the dungeon. Yunjin rejects it, saying Yuhyun should use it himself, but Yuhyun says it's useless. He won't be needing the gate stone. Union plops into Yunjin's arms. Yunjin calls for his brother, but a flash tells him it's useless. With his caregiver title in effect, the skill Final Thanks gets activated and will last for an hour. A system announces that the skills and stats of Yu Yonhan will be transferred at double effectiveness. Yunjin bursts with blue light as he receives it. Even if Yunjin never really activated the skill, Yuhyun is still recognized as someone under Yunjin's care. The Lauchitas attacks Yunjin by stomping its foot on them. Yunjin activates the blue willow leaves to escape with his brother in his arms. As they got to the ground, Yunjin could only scold himself as he embraced his brother's dead body. Yunjin manifests his spear using Yuhyun's black flames and gently settles Yuhyun into the ground. Yunjin stands up and stabs Lauchitas, his sword swift and fierce. He comments on how slow Lauchitas is now that he's twice as strong as his S-ranker brother. Yunjin's skills are both impressive and infuriating. As Yunjin fights, he also receives Yuhyun's memories. It's flashback time, and you'd even learn that his brother is F-rank. So he decides to keep his distance so that Yunjin will not be seen as Yuhyun's weakness, and this will keep him safe. Yuhyun commands his people to keep an eye on Yunjin. Yuhyun scolded his people for letting his brother get hurt to the point that his legs got broken. He commands everyone to take out everyone who did this. Huge in Yuhyun even goes as far as kicking Yunjin out and giving him money. We're all decided by Yuhyun so that Yunjin would stop entering a dungeon. But deep inside, Yuhyun is sorry that he has to resort to these actions to keep Yunjin safe. Every bad thing between them happened for the sake of protecting Yunjin. These memories entered Yunjin as he fought Lauchitas. He leaps on its head and uses it to jump higher. From above, he slashes Lauchitas, killing it. It rains inside the dungeon, and Yunjin looks at the fallen monster. The memories he received from Yuhyun enlighten him about what he was unaware of. Not only Yunjin, but all of us were also enlightened. Still, Yuhyun should have lent some healers for Yunjin's legs, or maybe, I don't know, tell them why he was doing those things instead of trying to hide it. The skill Final Requital is reaching its 1 hour time limit, and once it deactivates, Yunjin will soon die because of the dragon's poison. Yunjin can only embrace this death. Out of nowhere, the system lets him know that he unlocked an impossible achievement by single-handedly hunting a dragon, giving him the title of Dragon Slayer. With it, he'll also receive 10 gate stones, 5 tier 1 enchantment drafts, the red dragon greatsword, and a wish stone that can grant any wish. Despite receiving a lot of rewards, Yunjin has zeroed in on the wish stone. He asks if it can bring back his brother, but the system immediately tells him it can't return the dead. Yunjin could easily wish to be more powerful, become the greatest hunter, and get anything he wants. Still, it is useless since he only wants to have his brother back. With these thoughts, using wishes to turn back time before his brother's death, Yunjin promises to live a quiet life away from the dungeons. He changes his wish to turn back the time even before he awakens. Even if the time comes that he will regret it, good job on being specific with your wish. The system asks him for confirmation, and Yunjin affirms that he wants to turn back time. He will not let this happen again, and the wish stone glows as it grants Yunjin's wish. Give me a wish stone. I also want to be a regressor. Yunjin springs up and looks around. He identifies the space as the Heian Guild headquarters and checks that he returned to 5 years ago. Yunjin remembers that this was the day before he went to the awakening broker. Yunjin then remembers what is about to happen in that room and looks at the door. A door opens, and Yuhyun immediately scolds Yunjin as he comes in. Yunjin tears up as he sees his brother alive, with thoughts on how everything is back to how it was. Yunjin dashes at Yuhyun and hugs him tight. Yunjin was shocked, but he lets his brother hug him. Yes, they can make up now. Yunjin starts apologizing to Yuhyun. He admits he's wrong and apologizes for everything while hugging Yuhyun. Yuhyun even asks if Yunjin did something, and Yunjin calms him down. Yunjin pats his brother's head as he hugs him, saying how things have been hard for Yuhyun and how he's been a terrible brother for not realizing it. Yunjin pulls back and promises Yuhyun that he'll behave from now on so that Yunjin will stop getting stressed because of Yunjin. Yuhyun starts hugging his brother back. Keep your promise, Yunjin. Yunjin feels a bit embarrassed, but he is happy that he can fix his relationship with his brother back to the way it was. Yunjin calls Yuhyun his young baby brother and tells him, "I love you," with the resolve to finally forget awakening or become a hunter. He suddenly receives a system message congratulating him for his awakening. The system announces that he has gained the legendary Dragon Slayer and Perfect Caregiver titles. With the Perfect Caregiver title, he receives the skill My Kid is the Best, which increases Yuhyun and Han's growth speed by 100%. Op support is born. Jin remembers that this was the day he had a huge fight with Yuhyun and ran off, but today is very different. Yuhyun is in the kitchen cooking dinner for Yunjin. Yunjin can only sit down and feel awkward with the current situation. Yunjin opens his status window while he waits for his brother to finish cooking. He sees he still has the Dragon Slayer title and starts feeling off about it. The Dragon Slayer title is an L rank or legendary ranked title higher than S rank. Yunjin clicks on the title and 4 skills appear. He gains 3 L rank resistances for poison, curse and fear, making him immune to these ailments below the legendary grade. The last one is a double S grade skill called Rauchtar's Bane, making Yunjin the natural enemy of Rauchtar and other dragon type monsters. Cool skills. I wish there was also sleep resistance, Yunjin thinks. He starts thinking he has become one of those heroes who becomes the most powerful person after regressing. Yes, you are, in a way. He starts daydreaming of Yuhyun fighting Rauchitas, and how he protects Yuhyun from the boss. He can imagine Yuhyun making googly eyes as Yuhyun praises him, or carrying Yuhyun in his arms. Yunjin thinks he'll be invincible with this skill, and is now an S ranker, or even an L ranker. He taps on his status, and sees that the stats are still low, meaning he's still an F ranker. Yunjin can only cry as he imagines how Rauchitas can quickly kill him with a swipe of its claws. Ha, you wish, thinking that the L actually stands for loser. He checks his other skills. His dexterity and intelligence boosts are still at E grade, while his title Caregiver upgraded to L rank and has new skills under it. His final gratitude skill upgraded to L grade, but he dismisses it as a creepy skill. He checks the L grade skill My Kid is the Best, and learns that the growth rate of the target can be boosted for 3 days if he uses the keyword. Yunjin gets shocked to see that the boost could be doubled, thinking that his brother would be stronger with a double rate compared to other hunters. Yunjin then checks the double S grade skill. My kid is so great, he thinks. The skill activates if he cheers the target in front of at least 5 intelligent beings using the keyword. The boost is based on the number of intelligent beings who heard it. So if 100 humans heard it, the growth would be 100%, which is the max boost Yunjin can provide with this skill. These 2 skills are pretty great, Yunjin thinks. These 2 skills can make Yunjin the most powerful hunter in the world in no time. And if he uses it with the whole guild, hey, he'll be the strongest. Yunjin imagines how his skills will make him rich and famous until he sees the keyword, I love you. Yunjin bangs his head on the table, making Yuhyun worried, saying, I love you to your brother and in public, I feel you, bro. Might as well forget about that skill if you ask me. The keyword has changed because of his second awakening. Yunjin imagines that saying I love you to everyone he meets will easily send him to jail. Yeah, saying that to a kid you don't know is kinda, just don't go there. Yunjin looks at the last skill, promising sprout. It's an S-grade skill that lets him check the potential of an unawakened individual. Imagining the possibility of using his other skills on a target will help them reach their optimal potential. What will happen next? Find out next time by staying tuned for our future recaps. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great recaps.